All right, it's a beautiful morning here in Shepherd Park. So, lots of decisions to be made when you're building houses. And this one, unfortunately, we made a wrong decision with the previous roofer. So the roof from the street, looks beautiful and looks like a great roof. And it's a decent roof, but it is not something that I, after it was put on, felt 100% comfortable. So unfortunately, I am going to need, we are replacing or redoing portions of the roof today. So some things that I didn't know, even though I've been renovating homes since 2008, some things that I didn't know to ask were things like the drip edge. The drip edge, the size of that definitely matters. You can see the white drip edge that they're removing is about 1.5 inches. And the new one that they're putting on is 4 inches up and about 4 inches down. And so what that means is, sorry, I got distracted. Somebody was walking by. But what that means is when the water comes down, if the drip edge isn't large enough, it has the ability to kind of come back up under the shingle and get wicked back up. So you need the drip edge to be big enough to go under the shingle and then over the gutter. The other thing that I wasn't 100% comfortable with is the ice and water shield, which gets stuck down on the edges of the roof. And so on this side, I don't even think that the ice and water shield covered the full side of the roof. So I want to take you inside and show you a few more things. Here is the nice big drip edge, and I'll show you the drip edge that I have currently installed, which also, by the way, was barely even nailed down because they didn't install the drip edge until after the shingles were put on, which is not really a good idea. Now, to their credit, I think there was some miscommunication with that, but at the end of the day, contractors need to push back instead of just, doing things to get the job done. They really should say, no, this is not the right way. We should wait. All right, so I'm tired, out of breath from coming up. So another issue that we had was there was a leak inside. And what had happened was they put the shingles on here, down here, and a little bit under, but there was no flashing behind this piece of trim. And behind the trim goes into the house. So the water came down, went behind the trim into the house. The old roofer did come back, remove this, and put shingles up. It has since rained and it hasn't leaked, but I'm still not 100% happy with that. Now, while he came back and fixed that, you can see that the old shingles and the old drip edge, which we're getting replaced today, is right there. So it's just, this drip edge is not even nailed down. Now, will water get in there? Maybe not. Most of the times, no. But if it's windy and it's blowing this way, I think definitely it's going to get in there. And you can see the ice and water shield is here, and it is stuck down. But I just don't like the fact that, here's the drip edge, and there's a gap right there, and there's the ice and water. So this drip edge really needs to go all the way up here to cover that ice and water shield and go down far enough where it prevents water from going in. So hopefully today we'll get all this addressed. You can see over here how short the drip edge is and how it, you know, it's not even nailed down. We're also going to replace this top portion here. It's not too terrible, but we're going to come back with a metal so that it comes more to a point. And you know, some other areas over here, you can see drip edge. Drip edge just basically, you're not supposed to be able to pull the drip edge out. And the reason why you can is because they installed it after they put the shingles on most of the areas. And so they weren't able to get the appropriate nails, and it just doesn't go up high enough. So if it went up high enough and you had a nail, you wouldn't be able to pull it out. So the reason why I wouldn't have been alarmed to any of these things, but we had a few leaks, and that's kind of what made me start to investigate a little bit more, because overall the roof, like I said earlier, does look pretty good. But I'm going to pay these guys, a different crew, the head roofer has been doing roofs for about 40 years. A lot of this is just insurance. So I don't really like having to pay more money, but it's insurance against any potential leaks. I'm going to be doing spray foam in this attic. And while spray foam is a great insulator, one negative, probably one of the only negatives that I know about, is that if roof does have a leak, it makes it really, really hard to identify where that leak is coming from. And so I've been hesitating and putting off fixing it. All right, so you can see out here the new drip edge going on nice and high and over the ice and water shield, making me feel much more comfortable and able to sleep better. So that's your quick video on, I'm going to chalk this up as a mistake that I made. I didn't ask enough questions, and I didn't really know everything that goes into a roof. This roof was very expensive. So the contractor had no excuse to cut any corners. In fact, he was much more expensive than other roofers that I think now would have done the right way. But anyways, again, this business is all about learning. So I hope you guys learned something today. Please feel free to reach out. You can check me out at jasoncohenrealestate.com or renovating shepherdpark.com. And feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Thanks. Bye.